Okay, so very smart, Mona, that you do a lot of PSAs on Love and Hip Hop Miami. It makes a lot of sense because the crowd is a lot younger. So it's a lot of the things that they need to hear. So hats off to you. But not a whole episode, Mom. Not a whole episode. It was a little bit much tonight. A little bit much. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 2, episode 11. Like I said, I definitely lived for a teachable moment, which is cool, but there was a lot. There was a lot in this episode. It started to look like a damn documentary. Like a documentary. Anyway, Lord have mercy, and I'm not editing that out. I'm giving documentary. Anyway, okay, so let's go on. First things first, Joy, go sit down. Joy, go sit down, because you know, I just laugh at you because sometimes you really get your ass on your shoulders and you really think you be doing it up, girl. When you sat there and you admitted to using chaotic to get under Trick's skin, you petty. You petty. And that's very shady. That's very shady. Yeah, that's just very shady. And I was kind of sad-eyed you, like, girl, you really ain't all that to be doing all that to people. You really ain't. You know, and he's a little hot dick, get on your nerves sometimes, like a little ant. Yeah, that's him, but girl, it ain't that smooth for you like that, George. You're not sharp like that. Quit it. You're no Amara La Negra, honey, or shit, you ain't even Shay. Stop. Anyway, moving on. They were talking about the whole questionable coverage of Chaotic's arrest. There was a lot of that this episode. It got real heavy. That's why I'm saying with this episode, that got real heavy. Real questionable. You know, they showed a lot of what really goes on. There was a lot of real life stuff about flipping the narrative and shit like that. I was like, yeah, that's real. It was real ugly with Chaotic. Anyway, let's move on. Jesse Wu meets up with Trina. And they got to talking, and Jesse gets to tell Trina about how that damn Julian is blacklisting her. And Trina didn't care for it at all. You know, she definitely wasn't on board with that. She did invite Jesse to her event. And then they had a couple little things she said about Bobby. Okay, so this is the thing. You're really bothered about that whole Bobby thing. Trina, and, you know, I don't feel bad for Trina with that, because she is really bothered by the fact that Bobby said, man, fuck you, and went and signed with the other group. But again, it may not turn out to be the best decision for Bobby, but I understand why he did it. That dragging him along and dangling that carrot had about got on my nerves. So I could imagine how he felt from the inside looking out with her dangling that carrot. That just wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. And you were doing other things, and you had signed other people. And Bobby is just as good as these people that we saw she signed. Just as good, if not better. That's why she's so damn swole. Because I believe Bobby actually does have a future in this business. And you wanted to dangle the carrot and play games with him. And he violated the queen. And you're bothered. That's why you keep bringing it up. Moving on. We seen Pooch and Shay having this whole thing, and then we got to see this whole other side of Shay. You know, I give Shay a lot of hard time, but I'm not going to give her a hard time this time. Because, again, here's another piece. We're talking about women. And early detection. You know, always tell y'all about early detection of things. When things are not right, you need to go see about yourself. Go take care of your health, honey. I want y'all to be around for me to talk about you and give you a hard time on these shows. I don't want to talk about you and how you used to be on the show and you're not here no more. There's this whole thing that Shay has gone through. She needs surgery for fibroids. And fibroids that thing is very common with women. I know it's very scary, but it can get very serious when it is not treated. And I felt so bad. Y'all know I give Shay the business, but I felt so bad for her because you could see the fear was real. What just for TV, what she was saying, how when she's really scared whenever she even comes on her cycle because she's fainting. She's losing so much blood sometimes that she's fainting and she don't know how long she's out or anything like that. You know, just waking up and it's that ain't good. That ain't good at all. So early detection. If something don't feel right in your body, ladies and gentlemen, something's wrong. Your body's supposed to feel a certain type of way. You're supposed to feel a certain kind of way. I mean, anything. It's not normal to be dizzy. It's not normal to faint. It's not normal to have just odd pains. It's not normal. Those are detections of something going on inside your body. That's what pain is. Pain is your body telling you, hey, something wrong. So, yeah. Now, again, like I said, this whole episode, I felt like I was in the middle of a public service announcement documentary. It was like, yeah, like all that piled up together. Can you imagine that? That's a whole lot of information. And a public service announcement, a whole bunch of them together in a documentary form. That's what it felt like. Less fun, too much seriousness. It was, all the messages were necessary, but I hate that she put them all in one episode because it started to get a little preachy. And then it got preachy, and then it got very dark. It got very dark and very serious. So it wasn't fun anymore. It's easier to digest when we mix it up. But anyway, moving on. Then we seen Chaotic go to court, and they were offering him a plea of it was like over 2 years. I was like, whoa. But he got some good counsel. He has some good counsel that's fighting all of that. And then we seen him actually go to counseling, which was excellent. Another PSA about PSTD. Lord, I can't talk tonight. PTSD. It's very, very real. Very, very real. And they hit some of the things that you could actually look out for, like the sleep deprivation. And then he was saying like he was overindulging in like alcohol and women. He couldn't sleep and stuff. So go look out for yourselves and don't be embarrassed to go seek counseling for things, because like PTSD, you can't cure it yourself. You can't talk yourself out of it. So you need professional help. So again, see, now I feel like I'm getting preachy. Come on, move on. Then we saw Shay and Pooch and her brother, and when she actually went down and the doctor told her, oh yes, absolutely, because the shit just, you see how she went, and in just a few months, it had gotten to the point where it was like, you need surgery right now. You need to do this surgery, period. If you ever plan on having children, you need to do this surgery now. Then you've seen how, like I said, it's common in women that this could happen, because she was telling, she was confided in Pooch as to what was going on. And Pooch told her, listen, baby, I already been there. I already did that. I had fibroids, and I had one that damn near burst on me. And literally, if I'd have waited a little longer, I would have died. So it's like, it happens. It happens. You got to move. So she has to have the surgery, and she really doesn't want it. And then we met her brother, who is a motivational speaker. And I thought it was really cool when he told her, because she started into this vanity thing about the little scar that she was going to have, which I understood that because Shay used to be heavy and she lost over 50 pounds. And she really, we always see her trying to keep that body together. And that's a lot of hard work when you're heavy, you know, and you get down. It's hard to keep down. And she didn't want a scar like I'm having a scar, like I had a baby and I ain't had no fucking baby, you know? And it's like, and he told her, he said, you know what's sexier than any scar is life. I was like, come on, you spoke a whole mouthful. Don't worry about the damn scar, girl. Let's go. Anyway, so let's go over to Trina had a showcase. And I guess this is where they try to put the fun stuff in, but whatever. There was a whole lot going on at this showcase. She invited Bobby, Patty, because she wanted to basically smash a spear in his face. This is all the people I signed. And while they were there, they squashed the beef. And she also told him she's going to do the feature for him now. More Trina bullshit. Dangling carrots. Trina, you're making me not like you very much. Because with your tactics, I don't like all that. I don't like all that. I think you, I don't know. It just ain't no good look. It don't say a lot nice about you to me. But anyway, I'm trying to like you, girl. Trying to keep liking you, but I don't like this shit. She's dangling the carrot of the feature, and she's like, "But wait a minute, what I need you to do? Go do this network event. You're gonna go. It's for Burger King. They were back to Inspire Children, which was actually a good look for Bobby. Anyway." But she was using him again. She needed to get other people together. Let's not be fooled. She needed other acts together because it was for Save the Music. And she needed other artists together to be able to go down there and have some influence to go talk to the kids. So all she did was use him again. Let's call a spade a spade. Anyway, moving on. Jessie was at the showcase, and she ran into the little producer guys, and they worked out their little thing, and they come to her and they said, let's work out a little deal. We're going to do one single. We're going to do the single, get the single released, and still pull their money off of the back end. I was like, I don't know why y'all couldn't come up with that in the beginning, but okay. I'm glad they did it. They did get a phone call from old petty ass goddamn Julian. And they were telling, like, Julian's our people, you know, but y'all need to work out what y'all little situation is. And then in pops Julian. And Julian and Jesse actually sat down, and I couldn't believe that he actually sat there. He owned up to all his petty back street tactics and all of that. And he was blacklisted her, and he didn't even, just dirty. He didn't even, you know, and he's like, well, you know, it was just disgusting to me. But they came to an agreement. You stop shitting on my name and we could be cool. And he, you know, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, I couldn't believe that he literally just came out and just showed that he was a dirty ass dog like that. I was like, right on TV, right, Julian? I promise you, in the long run, that's going to hurt you more than you hurt Jesse that little bit of time you was hurting Jesse. That little piece of information is going to fuck you around in that industry because people, it's right there on tape. You can't even take it back. You were petty. She's a fucking nobody. She's a nobody in that business, and you took the time out to literally blacklist this girl's name, making all these phone calls. That was so petty. That was so petty. Anyway, whatever. Sit around trying to stop somebody's bag. Just mean like an old bitch. I was like, all right, cool. Moving on. Trick and Amara show up. Trick got pissed off. And I think Amara done fucked up because they get there and Amara tried. She done got. Amara's a little shady. That's all there's to it. Trick got embarrassed when they got there, and she kind of tried to act like she didn't realize they were on a date. Oh, I didn't know it was a date. I thought we was just like hanging out. Kind of. You knew what it was. You knew what it was, and you tried it. And she embarrassed him in front of Trina and Joy. And I was like, I think you just fucked up with Trick. I think you just messed that up, Amara, being fantastic. Then she ended up having a conversation with Trina, and Trina's like, "Girl, we ain't got no beef. We good. We cool. Everything's fine." And said it was more about Julian, you know what I mean, than me and you. And she told her, you and Jesse Wu, that little thing y'all got going on, y'all need to clear that up. Y'all need to clear that up because that's more Julian bullshit. It's not y'all, that's more Julian bullshit. Y'all need to clear that up. And Amara's like, well, then not today. And then she got up and she left. She actually left the function because she didn't want to see Jesse. I said, Amar, you're coming across so messy this season. She really is. She's like not doing anything. Like we're not focusing in on any of Amar's stuff that she's doing. It's just drama after drama after drama after drama. I'm like, girl, you did such a good job building your brand last season, and now it's just this whole season. All you've done was reality star stuff, fighting and arguing about nothing. I was like, this just wasn't good. Then anyway, they go and they show the whole Save the Music, and Burger King had actually donated this stuff. They did a whole studio for the school, and that was really cool. It was Trina was there, Bobby, Prince, and Michelle Pooch. So it was really cool. But I was like, okay, there's only like 3 kids here. Okay, y'all, whatever. But whatever, I get it. I get what y'all are doing. Then we went into this whole dark mode again. And they did this. Chaotic actually did a visual. And he actually had a lot of folks there. And they actually got to talk with each other. And, just be around other people who have actually suffered behind gun violence. And it was a lot, and how they were, talking about how they cope and all that. Trina was there. Trick was there. Ray was there, Gunplay and Kiara were there, Joy was there, a lot of people there. Yeah, they just got to really, again, being around people who are dealing with some of these same things. Got real dark. I was like, this is a lot. It was a lot in this episode, but it wasn't a bad episode. It just had a lot of information that young folks, y'all need to pay attention to. Y'all need to pay attention to because a lot of this stuff, you need it to avoid some of these problems. Because some of these problems that we're having can be avoided. And that was basically the movement of this episode. It was just a lot. I just wish you would have spread it out over a couple episodes. But we're getting ready to get to the end. I think we only got one more episode. I think the finale is next week. Anyway. All right. Thank y'all for listening. I was talking and I couldn't get everything out because it was just too much and I was boom, boom, boom the whole time. But that's all right. It's all right. And like I said, I ain't editing it. It's just me talking to y'all. And I was a little tongue-tied today. Deal with it. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next week for the finale. Y'all know I love Miami. So I think it's going to be cool. And then we'll be moving on to our reunion for this too, and Atlanta will be back soon. Atlanta look like it's getting ready to be a whole hot mess. They got to keep up. So this is gonna be good, y'all. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next week. Later.